today. So the first rates are coming up with the Nifty and the Sensex absolutely flat, nothing. And the Nifty's got about 15, I think we saw some red as well, but 10 points higher on the Nifty. The Sensex is up about 20, is down about 20 points. So it's kind of like a traffic light, blinking red and green, nothing at all. And you've got the mid-cap index, which is up about 0.5%, 230 points higher, 52,383. The small cap index will also come up. So I think the broader market, at least to begin the day, has got it much better. And I think we'll have to pick up from there. So, yeah, I mean, the broader market doing much better. The Nifty bank is up 1/3%. Financials, banks, because of the big drop in yield. Sonal Verma of Nomura was saying that she's seeing the 10-year here dropping to about 6.75. So maybe further downside there. So banks are the other thing to watch. But on the Nifty, there's nothing. 10-point change. But it's all about stocks. Sonia's got those. Sonia.
Thanks a lot for that. So since the market is very quiet, right, I thought let's focus on individual stocks and the big moves that we're seeing. Nykaa is the one that, I want to kick off with. Almost a 3% rally on Nykaa now. Very good performance. Is revenue growth of 30%, EBITDA growth of 32%. So the street definitely likes that. Jubilant FoodWorks, we were talking about how Domino's has picked up pace. Its growth has turned positive for the first time in 4 quarters. Jubilant FoodWorks is now up almost 4.5%, has hit that 500 rupee mark. Metro Brands is the other one. Good set of earnings. The EBITDA is up almost about 10.5%. Margins have picked up substantially on Metro Brands, and the stock is factoring that in, 4.5% higher now on Metro Brands. Now, Sun Pharma is the other one from the frontliners that I'm looking at. Let's just get Sun Pharma on board. The reason the stock is under pressure is because the company has said that FY25, they expect high single-digit consolidated top-line growth. So there's only a single-digit growth that they're looking at on the top line in FY25, and hence the stock is coming in for some profit-taking. Gland Pharma is the other one. The Q4 results were below what the street was estimating. The India business, in fact, was revenues were down almost 19%, but the stock is tearing away right now, 7.5% higher on Gland Pharma. So there's definitely something that the street likes. Now, very interesting, a stock that has been a huge underperformer is HDFC Life. But this morning, Motilal Oswal has upgraded the stock to a buy. They have raised their target price to 700 rupees a share, which is a big upside to the current market price. Let's see how this one does, because it's been an underperformer for years now. So does it, it start to pick up? Time will tell. Zomato is the other one. Axis Capital has initiated a buy on the stock. They have a target price of 254, so I'm watching out for Zomato very closely. Gujarat Pipavav is the other one. Good operational performance this time. In fact, there's a big margin pickup for Gujarat Pipavav. EBITDA is up about 21% as well. Let's head to PG Electroplast. The revenues have gone up almost 27%. Margins have picked up year on year, so the street definitely likes what they're seeing on PG Electroplast. And Ramco Cements, Nigel was telling us about how the net debt has gone down by 100 crores for Ramco Cement. The Q4 numbers are largely, above street estimates, so the street likes that, 2% higher there. So that's the exhaustive list of stocks in focus. But let's get our focus back on the Nifty. Not too much happening, which is a good thing actually. The market has had a fair amount of rally, 650 points since the lows in May. So the Nifty is hanging tight above that 22,600 mark. Back to you.
Thanks a lot for that, Sonia. Garden Reach Shipbuilders, that's the stock of the morning, up close to around 13% as we speak. Massive uptick is what we're seeing on that name. So big move on Garden Reach. Another one that's moving well is Macrotech Developers, up close to around 5% as we speak. Solid up move is what we're seeing out there. I'm not sure what's the news flow, but that one as well, one of the top volume movers in today's trading session. Besides that, a few more stocks. HEG, their numbers were weak, multi-quarter low in terms of their margins. They've announced a demerger, though we'll have to understand in greater detail what's the reason for that. So that stock, in fact, is down close to 5.5%. In the next 20 minutes or so, we'll have the management on the channel as well. A few more losers. We have Azad Engineering. Well, that one was down close to around 4%. You have Esther Industries that's down close to around 5%. Kandar Oil, I think that's a new listing. That one as well down close to around 5%. So a few of these names should come up for you on the screen. And, overnight, you had some kind of nervousness whether or not the Fed will be able to go ahead and, cut rates in the coming year. And because of that, you have metals that are under pressure. Vedanta, Hindustan Copper, both of them are pulling back. Remember, they've seen a big up move, but both of them have pulled back considerably. And gold was under pressure overnight. So you have Manappuram as well. That's down close to around 1.5%. Remember, the metal stocks, not a pocket for the faint-hearted. You've seen on Hindustan Copper itself an 8% move from yesterday's high itself. So just keep that in mind. Structurally, things could look good. You could have a bit of a tailwind that's playing out. But you want to trail, if you're trading them with some stop losses, is very important. Prashant.
All right. Well, this is the definition of a flat start, right? 1 point, less than 1 point change, 22,600 or so is where you have the Nifty now opening at. Just a couple of more names. Look at Max Estates. It's starting 10% higher. I think there were numbers which came. Volumes are very low, so keep that in mind. What else? I mean, the shipbuilders are all, I think we mentioned a few, Cochin, Garden Reach, Mazgaon. It's never one. It always usually moves as a pack. And I think that is true today as well. Loda, which is Macrotech, is up 3. Jubilant Food, we mentioned 4. PG Electroplast, 5% that is. Tata Elxsi is up 4% this morning. So 74.99, 7,500. Star Health is up about 3%, 554. You got a couple of these banks. Hitachi, which sold off, that's Power India, is up about 2.5%. And I think you've got Ashoka Buildcon, which is starting with some gains as well. I'm spotting one or two of these PSU banks as well, Indian Overseas Bank, UCO Bank, which are also coming up with decent-sized volumes for this point in the day right now. So, I mean, that's it. A lot of metal stocks, as Nigel mentioned, which are taking a bit of a knock. So underlying prices have been a little soft after the big run-up that we've seen fairly quickly.